Welcome back into Sports Connection. Joining us now is the new head coach of the Bowling Green Volleyball Lady Purple squad, Mr. Keith Carver. Sir, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are y'all?
Great, great. Well, with new coaches, I always just want to start off and kind of get to know you all a little bit. So, just kind of tell us about yourself, where you're from, and, kind of how you gotten up to this point.
Local guy, grew up Logan County, Russellville area. Got involved kind of with Bowling Green volleyball. My daughter played there, graduated in 23. So coached there for 4 or 5 years with Tim, and then a job opened up this year, applied, and now they say I'm the head coach.
Yeah, congratulations, Keith. That's and another thing, it's really great. You've been around this team, and it's so nice when you can stay right there and stay put. I know it helps them a great deal having you there like that. Well, let's talk about the last 4 years under Tim. I would say you sharpened your skills a little bit under Tim Sharp. Great coach. We've had him on many times, but I think you guys were like 114 and 29 over the last 4 years. Brought the first couple region titles there with the Lady Purples. What was that ride like, and what is some of the things left over that you've been doing with Tim that'll remain?
Well, I mean, the first thing, with coming in and being a new head coach, the trust of the players and myself is already established. We don't have to go back and regain trust with each other. We've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of great athletes. I won't give Tim too much credit. We've had a lot of great athletes come through the program in the last 4 or 5 years. And a lot of those athletes were young, and I'm still reaping the benefits starting out this year. I have a lot of returning players, a lot of key contributors that I hope we can keep growing and have a successful season.
What kind of made you decide, like, okay, this is my time to step up and become a head coach?
Being an assistant and getting the relationships you got with the kids, you see those kids coming. I've had a couple of them since 8th grade. So, I mean, they're on year 4 and they're just juniors, right? Those kids have been there. They've come to expect something from a coach. The relationships, the knowledge, I feel like I have that. I gained a lot of it during the time of being the good cop. It's going to be a change for me. I hope I picked up a couple of assistants who can play bad cop, because I really like playing the good cop. But, those kids deserve some consistency, something, to continue and get through their career there at Bowling Green.
Keith, if somebody, came up and said, Coach, what if you were walking the halls or looking for talent out there, what's a good makeup for a volleyball player?
Grit. Grit is probably the best adjective to, a lot of people are going to be taught a lot that kind of comes naturally to be a competitor, willing to put yourself on the line. I mean, volleyball is not a one-person specific sport. There's not a lot of dead time where it's just one player, so it's a team group effort. But, yeah, I mean, grit and determination, kind of that killer instinct to keep the ball off the floor. The only way you score in volleyball is if the ball hits the floor. So that's what I describe as probably one of the best attributes to find in a player.
It's been a while, well, it's been a month or so since you were announced as the head coach. What has this, journey been like so far for you, and, how far have you gotten into it?
Well, luckily, I knew kind of ahead of time that, Tim was going to step down, so I was already on staff, already an employee of the city schools, so I was able to keep open gyms going, some contact with the kids. We never really had to hesitate. We kind of rolled in, kept those going. Took a little bit longer than I expected for the coaching to be named, so it was kind of there was a couple weeks there that was kind of, what do I do, right? Do I tell them my ideas,
right,
give them my ideas, and then somebody else comes in to coach? But appreciate Coach Ed and Mr. McGraw trusting in me to take over the program and kind of keep taking it up the hill.
Talk about going into this season, Coach. We've established, the relationship part and all that. But as far as talent and coming out of the gate, I mean, are you guys looking to kind of just keep doing the same thing? I mean, or are you a little younger this year?
As a whole, we should keep the gas pedal down. I've got a couple of positions that are going to be a little younger that's going to be key contributors. I got to find somebody to run my offense. I'm going to be young in the setter's position, but you know, one of those setters that's coming back has been there since the 8th grade. And then I have a sophomore and a couple freshmen coming in. So I have a gym full, 4 to 5 setters that are getting setting reps in there in open gym. So now I just got to teach them how to lead. They need to know how to lead. That's one of the biggest things that we're looking for in that position.
You know, you've been talking about open gym so far. You know, heading into this summertime, you got camps coming up. You know, what do you look for during that time as, you know, you get down to it, you got dead period coming up? You know, what's these next few months or weeks or months coming up looking like for you?
So the biggest thing we've done is just try to have some fun. The girls, you know, they go through high school, they go through their rigors. They've got all the grades, expectations, and to this point now, we've just tried to have a lot of fun. We've played a lot of 6-on-6, kind of roll the ball out there and let them go a little old school of like playing pickup basketball at the park. I think that's part of it that they don't get to do. There's no really, you just get to go play and have fun with your teammates. So that's what we've focused on a lot. Now in the next couple of weeks, we'll probably break down and separate into some skill stuff and you know, lead them through some of that stuff. And then we're off the 25th to the 9th. And then we roll right out the 10th to Western's team camp. So I won't see them midnight of the 25th till 8 a.m. for Western's team camp on the 10th.
Well, let's transition right there. Great segue. How cool is it to have a program like the Hilltoppers? I mean, they've done so much, you know, under the tutelage of Travis Hudson there over the last, 30 years. I mean, and the sport has really came on fire. How much does that help you as a coach?
Just it piques the interest in the girls, right? I mean, we live in Kentucky. Basketball is the ruler in Kentucky. But, you know, having a successful college program that's just right down the street, seeing them on the news, seeing them in the paper, seeing them on social media where they've had so much success and so much consistency, you know, it just opens up so many more girls wanting to reach out to play volleyball at a young age. I'm part of a local club here in town. We start out at 9 and 10 with some developmental leagues. You know, our colors are red and black, and they're not red and black by accident.
So. Love it.
Well, before we get out of here, I just want to ask you, you know, you talk about being a coach of your daughter, Lily Kay, who graduated from Bowling Green. Now she's playing beach volleyball at Morehead State. You know, what's that been like, you know, watching her go through that?
It's been phenomenal. Her experience and success she had at Bowling Green was off the charts. And then she rolled right into playing at Morehead State, playing beach. Another thing that opened me up to be able to do this job is her season is in the spring, where high school volleyball is in the fall. So, you know, she still comes first, but, you know, things work out for a reason. I think that's one reason why she's in the sand and barefooted. It's because this was going to happen, and this is where I'm supposed to be.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you for coming in, Coach, and good luck next season, your first year as head coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have more Sports Connection right after the break.